Okay, a key fact about core vocabulary is it doesn't contain many picture producers, fewer than 10%. We'll talk more about that. What are picture producers? In linguistics, words are divided into picture producers and non-picture producers. Which of those two words is a picture producer?
Toaster.
Toaster. Which of those words is used more frequently?
Job.
Job. I bet I say job every day. Once, maybe. Maybe not, but certainly every other day. How often do you say toaster? Did you say it this morning?
No.
Did you use a toaster? The answer could be yes. But we're talking about language. We're not talking about naming all the picture producer items in an environment. Okay, we're talking about language. Toaster is a relatively rare word to be uttered. Job, on the other hand, is, and we use it very early with children, like, do a good toaster for daddy. Is not something we usually say. Okay. Truck or trouble. For a 3-year-old boy, which is the word in his environment that occurs most frequently? Trouble. I'm afraid it's sort of trouble. Now, it may be a word like you want to teach him and say, this is a truck, and he'll say, and then he may say truck. But throughout the day, at dinner time, is he going to be saying truck very often? No, not at all. And in fact, trouble. Now, what do job and trouble have in common? Well, they are not picture-producing words. They are common nouns, high frequency, and are not picture-producing. What do I mean by picture-producing? Well, it's a word for which you can draw a picture that will uniquely imply that word. Like, it's pretty, if I said, what does this picture show? You could say toaster with toast. If you just wanted it to say toaster, you'd get that out. This picture without toast, you couldn't tell what the item was, so we needed to put that in so it would imply toaster directly. This truck is easier, that's truck. Okay. A toaster can be unambiguously illustrated. No picture can uniquely imply the word job or trouble. Okay. The majority of words in a sentence are not picture producers. One word in the following sentence is a picture producer. What is it? I went on a trip and saw a dinosaur. Dinosaur. Okay, why not on? Many of us have seen the Mayor Johnson or PCS symbol showing a box like that, illustrated with a circular object on top, implying that, this is on this object. But is that the way we use on most commonly? On is not a picture producer in its most common uses. Turn on the computer. Man, that's... Go on, get out of here. She arrived on time. He's on medication. Thank goodness, it's much better. Okay, these are the most common way. If you would stack up all of these usages throughout the day compared to the coffee cup is on the table, which would be the most frequent? Well, that whole pile of them would be. And it wouldn't be worth a lot of time trying to convince a student that on meant only this. It's very interesting. Our words are multi-conceptual. Okay. And okay. Iconicity. There's primary iconicity and secondary iconicity. Iconicity is a term that is widely used in the field of AAC. It used to be the major research area. More than 30 doctorates have been done on iconicity. And iconicity is a term to describe the resemblance between a symbol and whatever it represents. A primary iconicity, a cup. You see that? It's a picture of a cup. Secondary iconicity is thirsty. Do you see what secondary? It's the words or notions a picture invokes. Do we use both primary and secondary iconicity in AAC? Oh yeah. I mean, you'd be not very fast if a guy pointed to a cup on and you didn't say thirsty if you said cup. Because, you know, that's not going to take you anywhere. Okay. There are three measures of iconicity. There's transparent, translucent, and opaque. A transparent icon is an icon that's just a direct representation. Our old friend the toaster. Translucent means you don't know what it is until you're told, but then you can't forget it. This, in sign language, is transparent. This, in sign language, is translucent. What does that mean? Girl. Why? The bonnet. What's boy? You see, now a translucent notion is once you see it, you really can't forget it. So, and by the way, what's this in the British sign? Girl. What's boy? So the beard, and no beard and beard is the fundamental metaphor there. And those are examples of translucent signs. Same thing works in AAC. An open book might be a good word for a reading class, but an acceptable but not very good word if you're reading, you know, you're in high school and you're taking a literature course and you're reading American Lit. And you should, you know, you have an open book. Well, it's sort of, you know. Now, an opaque symbol is like the slash there, which in Bliss means the. Are there some signs that are opaque? Yep. What's this mean? Good. That's purely arbitrary, the link there. Okay. So there are three kinds of sign. There are three kinds of iconicity in language. All right. Now, we're going to take a look at iconicity in AAC. Okay. Primary or secondary. Now, it's transparent, translucent, opaque. I, me. Well, someone mumbled translucent, and that's what it is. Once you've been have explained to you that this is a person saying, I am, you know, it's I. It's not perfect, but it's fairly translucent. But why isn't it transparent? Well, what we've got here, we know it's a man because of the comb over. Okay. But if you're approaching an 8-year-old child with cognitive impairments with this, they're not going to interpret that right away very well, necessarily. They're going to have to be trained on that. But we forget that because we keep seeing this I, me, and we think it's obvious. Take a look at want. Is this transparent? Is it secondary? Oh, it's way secondary. Is it transparent? It's translucent, but it's overwhelmed by its secondary iconicities because this would be a better icon for the word reach or grab. or get. So what I want you to realize is that Mayor Johnson symbols, although they're widely used, and symbol sticks, although they're widely used, are in fact not transparent and are very often low translucency. I'd say that's relatively high translucency, but this for want, I think, is fairly low translucency. And when you come to this, it's rock bottom. I mean, it's translucent because, could anyone give me the metaphor that means
Need a haircut? I mean,
he needs to comb his hair? So, that's the structure of one of these things. Here's the drawing, which in some way represents the target word, and the link between them is the metaphor. He needs to comb his hair, he needs a haircut. So there are three elements, the target word, and when you have people seeing just this, and you're seeing this, you'll think it's easy. You'll think it's transparent. You know, look, it won't, you know. Okay, this is the map to semantic compaction systems. We came down the main road here. We pulled into the parking lot, and now we're in the building. I did not know why these were dotted lines. I thought they were hidden. And so I sort of realized, I thought this was some kind of salacious reference to an athletic supporter. I did not know. I later came to know PCS symbols better, and that meant not important rather than invisible. So this is stomach, tummy. Okay, and now, does this give you access to the English word bottom? Or one usage of the English word bottom? For instance, you go up to a person in the lobby of the CP Center, and he lets you know he wants a drink. He gives the cup, and you said, "Do you need a straw?" And he says, "Yes." And you say, "Where's your straw?" And it's in the bottom of his backpack. So he points to this. You begin thinking that's an odd place to keep a straw. Okay. Folks, these are hard. And just to let you know how hard they are, I am going to give you something from a classic AAC text called Engineering Post-School Environments for People Who Are 18 and Over. It's by Pam Elder, Carol Goosens, and but I'm not going to show you what any of the pictures mean, but I want you to distinguish between 8 and 19. What do they mean? Well, they both portray happiness, and I always thought this was therapy and this is drugs. Okay. What's the difference between 13 and 9?
Stationary money and giving.
Okay, stationary money and giving. Okay.
Okay.
Well, okay, well, you know, I'm glad you're volunteering it. What could this mean?
Tired.
Okay, tired. All right. This looks illegal, so I won't bring it up. But what's this? Add. Okay. Now, I'll let you see what they actually mean. I'd like that, please, and enjoy.
Jeez.
Easy come, easy go.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Here you are. Too expensive and it costs.
Cost pay,
Oh,
cost,
okay.
Do you see there? Okay, we can talk about this more later, but iconicity has been thrown completely to the wind here. And iconicity only works on picture producing nouns. That's why when you see an AAC board, you'll see a bunch of things on it. And these things will be related to objects in an environment.